mathematical equations. In the first part of it, I'll just tell you what are the general way or general procedure of solving a mathematical equation, and a few definitions like prime factor and prime numbers and all this. Okay, so let us start. The first thing which I would like to tell you is how do we solve a mathematical equation. Now, for solving a mathematical equation, we have to follow certain order. Order means first we have to perform a particular operation, then the second, then the third, and so on. So it is called as, you can remember it as the BODMAS, BODMAS. This BODMAS stands for, it is the first letter of all the operations. That is, B stands for brackets, O stands for others, D stands for division, M stands for multiplication, A stands for addition, S stands for subtraction. So this should be the order of solving any mathematical equation. If we do not follow this, we will get a wrong answer. Example I'll give you. The example is, we can take it like this. Say I have taken an example, solve this equation. Okay, so now what is the equation? It is 36 divided by, within brackets, 11 minus 2. This is the numerator, and the denominator is 8 minus 8 divided by 2. Okay, here as per the rule BODMAS, we have to start solving first the brackets. So first solve the bracket, and if we solve the bracket, 11 minus 2 is 9. So my equation reduces to 36 divided by 9, that is the numerator, and the denominator is 8 minus 8 divided by 2. It will remain same as there are no brackets. Now in BODMAS, the second operation to perform is the others. We don't have anything others here in the equation. So we will move to the next, that is BOD. D means division. So here we have two divisions. One is 36 divided by 9 and the other is 8 divided by 2. So first we will perform this. So if we divide 36 by 9, this makes 4. And if we divide 8 divided by 2, this makes 4. So my equation reduces to 4 divided by 8 minus 4. Okay. Now in BODMAS we have so far performed brackets, others we don't have, we have performed division. Then there comes multiplication. In the equation there is no multiplication, so we will move to the next one, that is addition. Here there is no addition in the equation, so we will move on to the other operation, that is subtraction. Okay, so if we subtract, 4 will remain same because nothing is to be subtracted. 8 minus 4, this will make 4. So my equation reduces to 4 by 4 and the answer is 1. So this is the correct way of doing. I'll just try to explain. If we do something wrong, that means we don't follow this BODMAS rule or the sequence of operations as BODMAS, then what we will get. Say in the denominator we have 8 minus 8 divided by 2. I say I will not follow BODMAS, I will do subtraction first. So 8 minus 8 is 0. Okay, 0 divided by 2. Anything divided by 0 is 0. Got it? So my denominator is 0, whereas numerator is 36 divided by, within brackets, 11 minus 2. So anything divided by 0 will make it infinity. So as we have seen, this cannot be the correct solution for this given equation. So my answer of infinity is wrong. What mistake we have done? We have not followed the rule BODMAS. So to get a correct solution or a correct answer, we should follow BODMAS. Got it? I'd like to tell you a few more things just to remember. This will help in solving the equations. See, if you are adding a negative number to a positive number, it means it is subtraction. If we are subtracting a negative number, it means to addition, or it amounts to addition. Okay, just for an example, if I want to add -3 to 4, that is 4 plus within brackets -3. -3 is the number. Okay, so this means actually we have to subtract this. Got it? If I am subtracting -3 from 4, this actually means we are adding here. So that is 4 plus 3 is 7. Got it? Now third thing to remember, if we are dividing the number which have the same sign, that means either they are both positive or they are both negative, my answer will always be positive. Say I am dividing -4 by -2. My answer will always be positive, and that is 2. Okay? But if we are dividing a number which has opposite sign, that is -4 divided by +2 or 4 divided by -2, this will give me always a negative answer. In short, if the if the signs are same, it will give you positive. If the signs are different, or a positive and negative, it will always give you a negative sign. So remember this. This will be very helpful in future. Okay. Now to move on to the subject, this was something very general which you should know, and then we are moving to the decimals. The simplest thing in decimals is adding or subtracting it. Now what we do here, for adding or subtracting a number, first thing which we should do is align or line up all the decimals in the same line. For example, here in the below, I have shown you this is the right way of doing. Okay, all the decimal places should be in same line. It should not be something like this, which I am shown as a wrong. Okay, so first thing is line up all the numbers which are to be added so that the decimal points are in the same line. If we have any gap, then we will substitute it with a 0. Okay, and then if we are required to do addition, we will add. If it is to be subtracted, we will subtract column by column. That means taking one column at a time. As I have taken an example, 3.1. Add this to 1.78. Okay, the first step I have to write, I have written 3.1 and then there is a blank here. Okay, no problem. Then I have written the second number 1.78. Okay, so this decimal point is in the same line. Now I have a gap here because in the second number we have 2 digits after decimal point. That is, after decimal point we have 7 and 8. Whereas in the first number we have only 1 digit after the decimal point. So 1 is blank. So we will fill up this with a 0, as I have done here. I have written 3.1 and then a 0, and then the second number 1.78. Now we can add it column by column. 0 plus 8 is 8, 1 plus 7 is 8, and then 3 and 1 are 4. So answer is 4.88. So this is the correct way of adding or subtracting. If it is a subtraction, you subtract it as usual. Okay, but remember, this decimal point should always be in the same line, and this will give you the correct placing of the decimal point in the answer also. Okay, so this was simple. I hope you know it. Now let us move to multiplication of the decimals. Now how do we multiply? For multiplying a decimal number, what we do, we convert it, all the decimal numbers, to a whole number. How do we do it? We multiply it by the 10 or the powers of the 10, as the case is required. Say, after decimal point, if it is only one digit, we will multiply it by 10 and we will get a whole number. If after decimal point we have, say, two digits, we will have to multiply by 10 to the power 2 or 100 to make it a whole number. So first thing we do, we convert the numbers in a whole number by multiplying it by 10 or the powers of the 10. Okay, then we multiply as usual. And remember, while giving the answer, what we have to do, after multiplying these whole numbers, the answer is divided by the total number of powers of 10 used to convert it into a whole number. So then only we will get the correct answer. Okay, now we will get more clear with this example. Say I want to multiply 0.35 by 0.5, that is 0.35 multiplied by 0.5. So first step, we have to convert it to the whole number. To convert 0.35 to a whole number, what I did, I multiplied it by 100, that is 10 to the power 2. Okay, so this makes 35. Similarly, to convert 0.5 into a whole number, what I did, I multiplied it by 10. So it gave me 5. So we have the two whole numbers now, for 35 and 5. We multiply it, 35 and 5 is 175. Okay, here what we have done, we have used 10 to the power 2 here to convert this into whole number, then 10 to the power 1 to convert 0.5 into the whole number. So total number of powers of 10 which we have used is 3, 2 here and 1 here. Okay, so my answer will be product of this 35 and 5, 175, divided by the total number of tenths, power of tenths, which was used to convert it to the whole number. Okay, so now we divide this product 175 by the product of power or addition of the total number of power of 10 used to convert it to a whole number, which in this case is 10 into 100. Okay, that is 1000. So we have to divide this by 1000, and if we divide, our answer will be 0.175. This is my answer here. Okay, just a quick reminder, first convert it to a whole number by multiplying by 10 or its power, any power, then multiply, divide your product or the answer by the total number of powers used to convert as a whole number. Got it? Now let us move to the division of the decimals. What we do here, it is different from the multiplication. Here we multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the same power of 10, so that my denominator becomes a whole number. Okay, there in multiplication there was no restriction to multiply with the same power. There we were supposed to individually convert it to the whole number. Now here only the denominator has to be converted to the whole number. Whatever power of 10 we are using to convert the denominator into the whole number, with the same power of 10 we will have to multiply the numerator also. Okay, this is the major difference between the multiplication and division of the decimals. And then we divide it as usual. Okay, here just a reminder, as soon as you borrow the next number after the decimal place to complete your division, you will have to place a decimal point in the answer. Just remember, so that you get the correct answer. I have taken an example 20.516, which is to be divided by 0.8. Okay, so now 0.8 is my denominator. We have to convert this to a whole number. For converting this, we will multiply it by 10 so that it becomes 8, and with the same power of 10, that is by 10, we will have to multiply this 20.516. So when we multiply by 10, it will become 205.16, as I have shown here. Okay, so my problem is now to divide 205.16 by 8. Since my denominator is converted to whole number, we can proceed with the usual division. Here I am dividing. I have taken the first number 2. It cannot be divided by 8, so I borrow the second number, which makes it 20. So 20 divided by 8, this will go 2 times and it will be 16, and after subtracting we will get a remainder 4. Okay, so to complete this division we borrow the other number 5, so it makes 45. We again divide, it will go 5 times, so it is 40, and the remainder is 5. But after this, to complete this division, we have to borrow this 1, but this 1 is after decimal point, so we will place a decimal point here. Okay, and after placing the decimal point, we will borrow 1. So once we have borrowed 1, this remainder and 1 will make 51. So now we divide it by 8, it will go 6 times, so it is 51. Now I divide 51 by 8, so it will go 6 times, it is 48. I subtract it, remainder is 3. I borrow the second number, that is 6, it is 36. Now I divide, it will go 4 times, it is 32. I subtract it, it is 4. And to complete this division, I'll borrow the next number, which is 0 here, or we can assume 0 after this 6. This won't make any difference. So this 0 is borrowed here, that is 40, and it will go 5 times. So my answer here is 25.645. Okay, just a reminder to you that in multiplication, what we have done, we have divided the answer or the product of the two numbers by the total number of powers of 10 used to convert them into the whole number. Okay, here we don't have to do, we get a direct answer. Okay, so this is one difference. The second difference, in multiplication we have to individually convert it to the whole number. Here our aim is to convert the denominator only to a whole number, and for converting the denominator to a whole number, whatever power of 10 we have used, we will multiply with the same number, same power of 10 to the numerator. I hope you got it. Okay, so now we close here and we will take up the multiples and the factors in the next